En eso estoy completamente de acuerdo con las declaraciones, pero los pilotos en muchas cosas brillan las partes delanteras, pero Marc hizo lo propio con los pilotos, a pesar de que la tecnología pues
destacados de Tailandia. Vamos con esa caída que tuvo la diáfasis del fémur, pierde el 9 de enero en el... No es total, y él se va a ver, se va a ver. Ahí lo veis cómo llegaba ayer con mucha atención, pero es un poco precaución para acicate.
He said was a bit of an underwhelming Sunday performance.
It was the scale and the manner of their victory, and of course would have probably won the sprint by a fair bit to the rest of MotoGP, in particular to their 2026. Now, of course, we need to see Aprilia are the class leading factory now. It's been Marc Marquez, who is 23, rear tyre off the rim. In the playing catch-up 2 rounds into the season.
So we are back in MotoGP action here. Wait nigh on 40 years to see the world's best sections of this an early replay here. Oh, hardly any lean angle whatsoever. He was so fortunate to stay up.
Every time you arrive at a station, what kind of challenges you're the track conditions in terms of whether it's dry, be living on your wits as a MotoGP. Have later on this afternoon, that session has been.
The Moto2 World Championship campaign, talent 2007, Alex Barros in the top. Impressed with Moreira in a race in Thailand, towards the back end of the Grand Prix. Sort of knowledge, the experience.
So I'm sure some fans here in Brazil would have been just as well for Moreira that he didn't do it into the tight chicanes of 10 at gravel tracks first thing this morning. Joan Mir.
Yeah, I mean, at times that Thai Grand Prix, saying that they were having to nurse that rear. Joan Mir was one of the riders that from his rear tyre. Unfortunately, it did, as far as the 28-year-old Spaniard is concerned, for HRC 213V. To open the account for full dry conditions, the MotoGP teams have been, they were saying maybe a 1/17th pole. That was your first guided lap. Had the pleasure there of listening to, in fact, a rather popular layout. I think there was a few concerns. It might be a little bit too. Speaking to some Moto3, Moto2, and MotoGP riders this week, I buy this Goiânia track.
Yeah, a little bit of corners at Brno, the long double-8 tight hairpin on 4, which is going to be along with 9, 10, and 11, where we saw on your circuit, and it's going to be a big opportunity to tap. It's the penultimate corner, but 14, if it through 13, because you want to give yourself the best, and metre short of a kilometre long, these sprint over 16 laps, and these
get lap times that are going to be sub 80 second, 1:17, 1:18. Break 4 in terms of braking for around 20 seconds, so around a corner when the rides are going to be decelerating from trail braking into that first corner, scrubbing up about 2. It's a pretty tough old challenge, getting engaged from the camera view as well, Lewis.
Yeah, so the home favourite, he was asked yesterday to predict Diogo Moreira might be best placed to his right as Marc Marquez now closes in on. You do feel brand new venue, changing.
In 23rd Monterey, Marc Marquez has got form, hasn't he, as well, when you back catalogue when we first went to Burrow.
So maybe beneath him to clean up this weekend. And there's 2 things, my conditions. We do have an expanded rear tyre, the rear tyre that Aprilia certainly for Marc Marquez. Now the 3 weeks with his recently recovering through the left, and this is a predominantly
new, and what they hope will be a rapid 2026 at the Chang International Circuit. Chang Grand Prix was the number 20 Fabio press release, which came out post-Thailand race, but a bit of what we expected, hopefully from Fabio, and coming down to recent assessments about he engine, he said there's not really any Yamaha. Tough old time.
In the factory team and the Pramac squad give the post-race debrief 8 seconds of the race win in time.
A nightmare start for Yamaha, but of a dream for the Grand Prix. 3 successive wins for now. They think round 2 is going to pan out. Let's get the thoughts.
Back out on track, we'll touch on to come back in, Paolo. What was changing lap after lap?
Absolutely, because the track is so with this in the next minutes, difficult to understand the the layout, to understand the layout of.
How much of a challenge is it for you? Maybe a test rider will have been there to get an understanding of what will happen with it, and completely blank. Add to that,
Coming in a new in the past month, coming into the new track layout and the way we have seen, and then it's necessary to, when you don't help, but it is the same for everybody. A shorter time. These
4 bikes inside the top 5 now. What does this period mean for Aprilia to fight for the World Championship as they is 2026?
Yeah, for sure, momentum. We have to Marco in potential of his ability of something to improve, because if we are very happy about in Thailand with way of working, and we said to him, and to understand the bike, and to him he did a wonderful week, and he's a very positive mood. So
to Aprilia boss Paolo Bonori, Kovacseki, 14th rider to win 4 Grand Prix, Rossi, and of course Pecco Bagnaia. Actually, Aprilia colleague, it's gone a little bit quiet. A few announcements. We are still. Story is completed. As we mentioned there, Jaco Rapagua, the last time we raced, which I've got very fond and at times flew out of Brazil. But yeah, fantastic. A Grand Prix finished in this part. Honda that took the spoils. The World Championship here. Honda podium lockouts. Too much of a down on HRC this weekend, but of course completing that podium, the late great Nicky.
A fair chance that Diogo Moreira might be one of them. Moreira at 1:34.7. Leader Pedro Acosta by a mere continue to drop. If we do get some slip.
Costa, who we're looking at on screens now, the World Champs leader, very, very quiet here in Goiânia, creeping ever closer before they. 7:08 is the best time we've seen so far throughout Brazil this weekend. It is going to be himself brilliantly on debut, didn't he, a couple of weeks ago, far of Diogo Moreira's career.
In this weekend for Lucio, Diogo in the week as well. It's been quite the build-up weekend. So how was it this morning?
It was very calm, and you know, he did.
And preparing
that's definitely.
In terms, fantastic. His performance in Q1 was very impressive, and then to go again in both the tyre, you have to be, I imagine.
Absolutely remarkable what he have done, and not exaggerate, to not push himself very natural way. You can see how, say, dancing on the bike, really, it's remarkable. This is, and we are very pleased to.
And for you, Lucio, how does this end with the Brazilian rider to when we last came?
Nice feeling. Every time we happiness of all the crowd, all the fun. Actually, as I was in the town, and yesterday evening, and it was really nice, and to provide more joy.
2 years on, and you don't look a day older.
You know, because again, well,
like all of